All right, so we got a guest here with us. Or not. Okay, our next show match, I should probably announce who the players are.
Oh. Oh. What? It's like
Madinho?
a random. It's just like a random.
GrimeBoss. Does it show with their race selected at first?
No, but Madinho is Terran user and GrimeBoss is Terran user as well.
Oh, so only somebody who's in tune with the game would know that. Like,
Madinho is a really good Terran user. I think like 2400 MMR. And GrimeBoss, aka Casper, is a Terran user as well. So I'm kind of surprised they are off racing.
This is the first time that we feature Madinho in a show match. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Madinho is really good. He's really good 2v2 as well. So he's one of the best foreign Terrans. Obviously, he can play all 3 races, and he does.
Is that right?
Yep, but I was expecting to see him play Terran. I don't know, maybe they agree on random, or I don't know.
It is kind of a cool achievement to have under your belt, the ability to play all 3 races.
Yeah, it gives you a better understanding of the game and timings.
Right.
But I think in tournaments, Madinho plays Terran, or he did at least in the last tournament that he played for our Russian Severity qualifiers. I know he played Terran of the tournament.
Right. So his scouting there with his drone, I'm guessing maybe he was looking for like a proxy in the middle, but no, maybe not. He did see where the probe was sort of coming from, so it makes sense he's going to 11 o'clock. It just seemed like he was kind of searching the center there where you could make proxy gates.
Very unusual build order from both of them.
He went pool first, and
with gas, full gas first. So
GrimeBoss didn't expand. This is an unusual PVZ, right?
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking if they thought, or if they arranged to play random versus random.
It's almost like
it's not a usual CVP build order.
I want to say like Z Red P, because he's not going fast expansion. He made 2 gates, so the safest thing a Zerg could do is make a pull first, right?
Yeah,
but he did that before he even started.
The gas is what really what I really don't understand.
Right.
It's a really big commitment, because you have to beat Zerlings, and your expansion will be delayed a lot. So again, I'm not.
And do you think when he scouted Protoss and saw the 2 gateways, it sort of reaffirmed his decision to gate?
Well, yeah, because if if he didn't, if he doesn't keep up building Zerlings, he can get rushed.
So it's one hell of a read, my friend.
Yeah, now he has to be committed, but now he's in the verge of doing like a more economic build, or trying to make more pressure with his Zerling. He has to know how many setups are coming up, and he also needs a third hatchery. He's very low on drones, so this is not looking fine for our Norugan. I don't know how it's spelled. Sorry, Madinho. So he's doing borrow, which is very unusual. So officially, I am not sure what he's going to try. Maybe full Zerling with borrow, but no,
Who's at a
he's
disadvantage here, Zerg or Protoss? Those are a lot of zealots coming in.
Zerg is in disadvantage for me.
Holding
He has
this Expo, and he's
well,
got Boro almost
well,
about
he has he has 11 drones. That is way too few drones.
I mean, this is a
Economy.
Protoss build I do because I'm not very good mid to long game, so I kind of one base a lot of games. But it looks like he
Well,
might pull it off.
this is good because he makes the Zerg uh, build a lot of Starlings, and because of that, he's not making drones. So
I mean,
this is
here I
helping.
think he can't hold this many zealots, can he? Yeah, it looks like he
Well,
is. Wow. I was gonna say
well,
maybe he
even
needs to go up that ramp and cancel everything, but
yeah, even though he holds it, the damage is done. You can notice he have only 11 drones. He don't have lair. He don't have a third hatch.
I like
He
the
has a bit.
burrow at Protos's expansion, preventing him from making a nexus there.
Yeah, but
There's
if he
nothing
has
he
a
can do about it.
forge, which he will need, he will make a pen and a cannon. Unless he can get in Protoss main and start harassing.
Looks like that's
Yeah,
what he's trying to do.
yeah, but
Two zealots blocking him off. And another attack by Protoss with speed zealots. Not sure why he backed off. I think he had the advantage there, but maybe he wanted to regroup and then attack again. And we have a counter by Madinho. He's going to try to take out that pylon. Supporting the two gateways. This is, I want to say, not looking good for Madinho, but I think he can stop these few zealots, right? Doing a little bit of damage in GrimeBoss's base. Yeah, I think he's got enough Zerglings there to take care of the three zealots, right?
well, yeah, I think Madinho will win this game. He stopped the attack without receiving enough damage. He has a third out. And
So you feel that counter really
yeah,
tilted the game in Zerg's favor
yeah,
instead of him
because
going back to help himself
now
out.
he will kill a lot of proofs, and the DT will be out, but he doesn't have. Oh, there's a forge. So thanks for the DT, he will be able to stop this attack, but uh, he will be in a very difficult position. He
One
lost
DT
his
has just come out.
Yeah, well, he lost his timing opportunity. He's killing the forge, so his expansion won't be up for a very long time because
Right.
of that borrow. So he really was out microed. He can borrow the Sterlings and he can keep
Yeah.
on harassing. He can build on drones. Really, that's an unfortunate game for GrimeBoss. He had the the advantage this game, and he really threw it away.
Maybe blocked off his ramp with two more zealots.
Call the gateway with 5 Dark Templars in queue. So yeah, now pretty much Madinho can do whatever he wants. it would be nice if Madinho would take that Overlord on the bottom left to GrimeBoss Natural. He can decide whatever he wants. He can win anyways. He can throw two expansions if he will have overlords in another position. He can throw more expansion. He can drone up. He can do a lair. He can do whatever he wants. The
Protosh
game
has
is pretty.
had a probe at his natural. I think he's just finding out that there's something borrowed there, preventing him from making
Yeah,
this. So he's going to move to 9 o'clock, I think, and make a nexus there.
even though he makes a nexus, he cannot stop the surge.
Do you know
He
why
cannot
he's
build.
making a robo? Is that he's always making a shuttle there? Let's see.
Yeah, he's trying to build something, but I think it's more about desperation.
Yeah, he keeps losing all his gateways.
Well, he cannot do anything. He don't have detection for the Oral Starlings. Starlings outrun the DTs. The game was over when he entered with all that Starlings. That Ninja Expo is just to waste time. Again, Madinho can do whatever he wants. Now
And the
he's
combination
preparing.
of speed and burrow really paid off, right?
Well, yeah, it, the game was about not letting the Zerg in. He and uh, the other big mistake was the well-known Artosis pylon. You cannot leave one several gateways with one pylon. That's a really big
Right, here's a
mistake.
drop. But he did have a Zergling borrowed at 12 o'clock. He must have seen the shuttle.
Yeah, he has even though he didn't make more Sterlings, he only has one sunken, so it's pretty bad. But he can
And he's got
borrow.
burrow.
Yeah. So again, and Madinho found 9 o'clock expansion. So okay,
You think
I,
he thought about Zerg having burrow when he, got a shuttle and dropped DTs?
it's pretty unusual. I don't think any player will think, okay, he can do borrow because it's not a thing that you see normally. So
Here's another drop with
I,
Reaver.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if GrimeBoss was conscious about all the advantage he had and how he threw it
Maybe
away.
overconfident there.
Yeah, I think the game was won, but he made poor decisions and he out micro him. It was an interesting game though, not a regular game. But like I said, like 4 minutes ago, the game was over. It's just Casper trying to stuff to get back to the game.
The DT does have 18 kills, but it's not going to be enough
Uh,
to bring him
he
back.
don't. He doesn't have an expansion. He wants to make River and Corsair, but again, you want if you're playing a low tier player, maybe a player of the level of GrimeBoss could turn this over, but you're playing a 2400 MMR player, you won't win the game. They know how to deal with these situations. So I think he's agonizing and he won't accept that he lost like 4 minutes ago.
And he's going to tap out, my friend. So Madinho takes the first game. If you're just tuning in, this is the Think Quick Prize Showmatch series. We offer money to top active known players, particularly foreign ones, to play 1v1s and 2v2s. And we basically stream and cast those matches, and then we upload them onto YouTube. Join our Discord. So you can help us set up some matches. If you want to subscribe or if you want to make any sort of donations, all the funds go to financing show matches. which we're paying out of pocket right now, happily, to do this as a sort of community initiative. All right, so game 2 of Madinho versus Casper, aka GrimeBoss. So this next matchup, I'm seeing Madinho picked Protoss
So
and
he's playing random.
Casper picked Terran. Are those their main? I think you said that Madinho plays Terran, right?
Both play Terran. I don't know why why they are playing, why they are off racing. Maybe they accept to off race or to play random versus random. But their main races are Terran, both of them. This will be a TBT show.
All right, it's going to be on Reap the Storm.
So maybe on the build orders will know if they knew what race his opponent was playing or not.
We saw a good match between, I think it was Kame versus GrimeBoss on this map.
Yeah,
It was,
very long game.
I
The
think it was the
deciding
best.
match. Best of 7, it was a deciding match.
Yeah, a reverse sweep, as everybody was
Exactly.
calling it.
The Kame sweep.
All right, I hope I got the races of the players right. So here we go, round 2.
Hey, hey, banana. Banana. So let's see how this goes. Madinho Protoss versus GrimeBoss Terran. So we should we could expect GrimeBoss to take this game since he's very comfortable playing TVP, and I'm not personally familiar with Madinho's Protoss. Let's see how the game goes.
Y2 Kid says Grime plays PvT and doesn't like mirrors.
Well, I don't know. Russia was always known for their great Terrans, and
Is that right?
they have, yeah. Back in the day when I played the game more actively, Russia was the Terran powerhouse, and they have like excellent TVT. They all play TVT like Korean level. Even
Oh wow!
Android, who was an old school player, defeated Silent Control, who was
Yeah, I remember
a
that name.
Korean pro gamer. Also, Abdocate A2 defeated another pro gamer, TBT. I think it was Midas GM. So their TBTs were like top level, and I don't know if they enjoy it, but since there were a lot of Terran users in Russia, they were used to play TBTs. There, back in the day, Russia didn't have uh, a lot of Zergs. Just I think Heritage, Phelan, Not For You, also known as Godinich, and, and another few more. Uh, but uh, but Russia was better known for its Terran users. So so what I'm saying with this is that I think Casper really knows how to play TVT. So I'm thinking that he's and they are playing random versus random.
Probably a good guess. This is Casper's strongest matchup, TVP, and I'm not sure how well Madinho plays PvT.
I never seen Madinho play PvT, so
Oh, that's cool. So this should be a treat for
we
you.
will find out. We'll find out briefly. He's opening a very offensive build order, pumping salad, sorry. So this is really annoying for the Terran.
Making 2 because he doesn't
Yeah,
see a block here, right?
should make the supply on the right on the barracks so he can micro it there. so he can
You think
micro.
this is smart? If you see that Terran doesn't block, make zealots and just rush.
A lot of products do this salad thing in the standard way because it's very good versus 15 command center Terran like Rax expansion, and it's usually annoying. Uh, you have to build your SimCity properly, do your SimCity properly, and you have to micro well enough to stop this. So I think it isn't bad to do this. Terran has to build a third supply depot and build a vulture to
I'm
support
not
this.
getting
And the
any
key,
hits.
the key of this is not losing Marines, since Marines will have to fight Dragoons later.
There goes
So
one.
yeah, he lost too many.
He's got a
Vultures
vulture
will
out.
vultures will take over the salads, but Marines needs to fight the Dragoon, and you need 3 Marines to take a goon out. So if he comes with the Dragoon, he has to have at least 3 Marines to micro. So you have to do a very nice micro, uh, focusing the Marines to the goons and the vultures to the salads, and building a bunker as
Nice
soon as
vulture
possible.
micro. Right.
Yeah.
He should be
So
blocking his ramp, you think, huh?
yeah, he should have because he don't have enough Marines. He have 1 Marine injured, but GrimeBoss did a interesting thing that it's building a factory outside his base. It's a below that Flash does that it's really good because um, Protoss tend to send all his units to his base, so he can sneak in a vulture and do a lot of damage. So this will prevent Protoss to be really aggressive because he will get paranoid of
Right.
Vulture like entering his base.
It's coming at a time when the Dragoon traveled back and another one just came out. This vulture
Yeah,
attack would have been much more effective if the Dragoon had stayed in Casper's base. And maybe the second one was just making. But it's going to kill, I
no,
think, 3 probes.
which is pretty normal, I must say. But now he's seen that he has like a spider mind. So now, even though he has like 10 dragoons, he can't go back to the Terran base because of the paranoia that he could have mines on the mining on the path between bases.
So now he's attacking. So I guess that proxy factory was the best sort of response.
Yeah, it's a really good build. Even he made it really aggressive. He could like fast expand and then build a factory. He built it like faster that Flash normally does it, but it was okay. I don't know
And he's
because
making a
now,
start for it.
yeah, that's now this is really unusual unless
Because he's
he
already on the offensive. I wonder what the start port's all about.
well, starports are good because they can stop, they can make a raid because river builds are very popular between
Ooh.
product users.
Should he be pushing up
So
like this with few Marines in a tank? That seems pretty
uh,
crazy.
yeah, really it is, but he migrated correctly, and he's doing the two fact build order, so he has to be aggressive. If not, he should have just throw an expansion and to build, try to play a little more defensive. Since he chose the path to build the path of building a proxy factory, I think it's okay for him to do like an aggressive attack. But it's interesting that he's building a wraith, so he's kind of expecting a river. And I'm
Good
guessing
read.
he raised the possibility of TTs because he has no detection other than mines. So it's an interesting build order from Casper.
Well, Madinho sniped that one tank and backed off. I think that was safe.
Well,
But
it's all about micro this game. He has a Wraith to going to support his tanks for uh, any kind of shuttle aggression. So like bulldog, Protoss bulldog attacks. Yeah, the shuttle full with zealots, and he just scouted the river. So I
right.
think Madinho is in a very uncomfortable position since his one gate is unpowered, the other gate
Yes.
will fall, so he don't have enough units to hold this attack. Maybe if he pulls out like
Guess he's gonna just drop
yeah,
Zealots.
yeah, but he has too many tanks. He's that Wraith really will complicate all the micro. But Madinha did an excellent job there.
That was nicely
Really,
done.
yeah, it really surprised me. It was really, really cool what he did there. But Casper put a lot of mines on the gateways, and the Wraith just killed the river. So I don't know how this is going to end. I think Casper has an advantage, but all the tanks are gone. There's only one tank at the way. He's going to throw an expansion right now, but I don't know if Madinho has enough units just to hold this. He's fighting with the skin of his teeth, of his teeth, but there are not enough units to stop this. No, that mine.
Ooh.
No, that mine. Oh, that mine. I think that mine
Yeah,
cost.
I was. I think he was trying to group them together, maybe, but
That mine really cost him a lot.
Reaver popped out. That's a
He
good
really
place
hope.
to tank and siege.
Yeah, I was thinking that Madinho could hold that, but that mine really, I think, really lost the game because Casper has like three tanks again, and and the Protoss don't have enough units to. Mike, he doesn't have a shuttle.
Saves his Reaver.
It's
He's
impressive. A
gonna
shuttle
lose the
is on the way.
gateway.
Shuttle is on the way, but Terran is building more factories in his main, so maybe it's game over now. He put a lot of mine. This was a very aggressive game.
He's getting hit from the front. He's getting hit from the back,
Yeah,
and he's
it's
been
much
dealing with
more.
it really brilliantly. But for how long, right?
He, he did a valiant effort to stop this, but he was unlucky with the mines. He received a lot of damage for free, and he couldn't have his gateways up in time. So now Terran will just uh, out macro Madinho, even though he managed his river in a very efficient way. I think now he just don't have enough economy wise and army wise. He cannot face Terran, and he won't be able to move up to move down his rank. Terran has exactly more than twice the workers than Protoss.
I think
So
he's
that's
feeling the pressure. He's
yeah,
gonna lose his Reaver,
anything.
and it looks like all of his Dragoons. That's game for Madino.
This really looked like an old school game.
So, what does that message mean? So lucky, first Volt.
I think he's referring to the bolt that entered his main that got sneaked, that got sneaked in the back. I don't know. It was a really micro intensive battle.
Was it a real game changer, as he implies?
No, I think it was about little moments and micromanagement. Uh, I'm, for example, if they play the same game again, I don't know if the result will be the same every time because these games are decided by macro, by scouting, by little decisions. These these are games that you won't be able to know who will win until the game ends because it could go either way. They're very aggressive games.
Well,
But
I don't know about you. I thought that game was really exciting because it was
yeah,
all like micro intensive battles with small number of units, which I find to be the most sort of stimulating because you can keep up with all the units when you have like huge armies. There's so much going on that it's hard
well,
to
yeah, yeah,
appreciate.
we're more used to see standard below, so it's fun. It's fun to watch games like this and to see how players can resolve it. But here you can see how they improvise and how they make decisions and they solve different situations.
Round three, Madinho versus GrimeBoss, also known as Casper, and it looks like we got
Reverse now Madinho Terran versus GrimeBoss Protoss. So I saw GrimeBoss Protoss uh, on on stream. It was okay, but I don't know if it is good enough to beat someone like Madinho. I know Madinho TVP isn't his best matchup, if I can recall it correctly. It's what he said. He said he struggled playing versus Protoss, uh, but either way, he's really, really, really good. So I'm really excited to know to see what he's going to do. For the games I saw Casper play on stream, he played really standard PvP. He didn't do anything crazy, but
hmm,
well, it was ladder games. I don't know if he has something prepared for this particular match. So we'll just have to wait and see. He sent a really fast throw. Oh, he took his gas. Okay. I remember back in the day that if I played Terran, if a pros took my gas, I got really annoyed. I think game over. I didn't know how to deal with it. But now, 15 Command Center is a pretty much a popular build, especially for Koreans. So I don't find it a big deal. I just build a command center as Supply Depot and go play 15 command.
and is there any way to stop that command center from being? I guess they can always
No,
make it inside their base and float it
no,
off.
you have to make pressure. You have to deal with salad pressure, or maybe some protoss like to do like double gate in range. So
Look at that. So he's not destroying the simulator because he knows the probe is going to
no,
remake
but
it.
the
The probe
pro,
was actually attacking.
the pro start hitting his own assimilator to destroy it and build the gas,
Right.
but Madinho killed it just before he was going to do that. He was 1 HP away from killing his own gas. That was cool. So he
Now
saw the
that.
setup.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, whenever you're Terran and you see a salad, you have to pull 2 SCVs or 3 and build a third supply depot as long with your barracks. And you should be okay. You will have to delay your expo, of course. 12 micro disc, but with the built-in placement, he will have no problem. You can face him either on your ramp or you can just play with your marines in the spot between the supply depot and your barracks, and you should be okay.
So Madinho here, he made Marines and he's making a factory now. He didn't make an expansion. Is this
No,
unusual or
it's okay.
this is the
No, no,
safest
no,
way?
no. I think he should pull down the SCVs in the gas. He should resume the gas mining until he has a command center. When he builds a command center, he can pull gas again because you don't need that much gas now. That's what I'm thinking. Because you need the minerals to throw the expansion the
Right.
fastest you can, and you need also to sneak an SCV to scout. Because if you don't see a Nexus for minute 30, you know that a very Olinish build order will be coming. So
Terran's doing some scouting in the bottom right because I guess he didn't see an expansion from Protoss.
his
Suspects.
SCV is hurt, so maybe he tried to get in to sneak in, but he couldn't. He has to confirm if there is a Nexus or not. If not, he 100% sure he can expect an all-in. So now he's trying to go in. I don't know if he saw a Nexus or not. But Casper is making DT, so he's he's trying to do a sneaky build. So Madinho is scouting for proxy rivers, for proxy robotics, because I don't know if he saw that expansion or not.
How well do you think they're reading each other? I mean, the DT, is that a good counter to what Madhino is doing? And is Madhino doing
Well,
what he needs to?
Protoss tend to do a lot because when you do that sellout rush, a lot of Protoss do like a DT rush as well. Because if you are late by any means and you get delayed with that attack, you sometimes neglect building your engineering bay if you don't get a scout, and you can lose the game. And the Protoss, if you miss it, you throw 2 Nexus and you can bounce back. So it's really something that Protoss can get away with. Terran need to be more aware of. So Madinho, instead of building an engineering bay, he built mines to stop DTs, just in case they were popping up. So
Do you think he suspects DTs, or is it normal to get mine before siege tank mode?
no, it's about style. I think it's mandatory to get siege mode if you scout 2 gate full dragoon, because if
Right.
not, you won't be able to stop it. So maybe he saw the amount of dragoons, and he knows, because he's a very good and experiment player, he knows that he isn't going full dragoon to gate. He's expecting more. I believe he's expecting rivers. He built a Spider-Man research just for controlling. It's a very good decision his part, because Protoss tend to build like 2 Nexus like this and then build a fast arbiter because they are reliant on building tech. Late game, Protoss need or arbiter or build carriers. If they build like full gateways versus a Terran, eventually they will lose versus the upgrades that Terran can make.
Protoss
So
is really getting fucked up right now. Didn't make a robo, no observers, went arbiters,
yeah,
and just getting punished for it really bad. Was that a
really.
really bad decision not to get observers or defending?
Well, he played cheesy. To be honest, a lot of Protoss users are very cheesy on ladder, and they do build orders like this, and they usually get away with if you play safe, like like try to build like 3 command centers and upgrades and all like and all that build order tree, uh, you can get away with the thing that Casper just did. But I think Madinho knows exactly how to punish that, and he did, and he executed that build order counter perfectly. So normally a Terran user go won't go out period of time. So that gives
Right.
Protoss the ability to throw 2 Nexus at a time and build like fast Arbiter. And by the 9th, 10th minute, he will have Stasis and Arbiter, and he will have a bigger army than the Terran.
I
The
mean,
Terran
without
will be
Robo and Observer, though, I imagine like how much can you get done, right?
well, it's a common build order just to skip the Robo and don't do
Really?
observers. It's risky. It's
How
risky
well does
because
that work out? Because I thought he was in a good place. He had his expansion as his natural, got his second expansion. He just needed to defend them and then macro up.
well, he did no damage with his Celox first of all, so that's the first thing you have to observe. And second, he threw 2 Nexus and Tech all at the same time without scouting. So it was more about the gamble. If Madinho played a little more standard, for example, uh, he Casper could have gotten away with that Pilorda. But since Madinho did a much aggressive but normal build order, he could punish. He did punish Casper for that. The other way, the other thing that is pretty common that I think Madinho was thinking that is that GrimeBoss was going to do like a reboot aggression, and I think that's
Right.
why he got an starport just to be the raid and to deal with that shell aggression while he evolved in something else. Maybe make an armory and start his upgrades. TVP is very TP is all about the armory timings and how the Terran can get 2-on-1 upgrades the fastest they can
Hmm.
and try to do it like a timing.
Right, and how well I guess you engage with the Protoss
Yeah,
army, vice versa. This is interesting to me, this fourth matchup, because GrimeBoss, I've never seen him play Zerg, and it probably lends credence to your view that they went random, both of them.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they play random versus random. So I'm sure Madinho plays the 3 races. Also, he does play, I think, Zerg or random in 2v2. So
Well,
sure,
this might be a really short game, my friends.
yeah, it could be again. Madinho it's opening like he's playing versus Terran and Casper. Sorry, yeah, and Casper is playing like he's playing CBT. Really,
Should be interesting.
I think Casper has the
Their international rankings, would you say that one is ahead of the other by a lot, by some?
No, I think Madinho is upper in the ranking, uh, better.
No
But
disrespect, by the way. When Madhino was trying to, I think, yeah, organize this show match, and it might have been someone else, I had asked if it's balanced, and he took it maybe as disrespect, like I meant the other person might be better than him. But I have to explain to everybody that I'm pretty ignorant. I mean,
oh,
I have a list of like the rankings of the best foreign players that you sent me, which is really
yeah,
helpful. I show that to Fuji. He made like a few recommendations when it comes to like the top eight. I think he said their positions might be a little different, but anyways, it's helpful knowing where people
uh,
stand. But I
well,
know I still kind of
that was kind of
unintentionally offend
yeah.
some people.
No, that's kind of general, and no one needs to be offended for that. You don't need
I'm just
that.
asking him if this is sort of if that person is around their skill level without using
Oh
so many
yeah.
words, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But
you
it's
shouldn't
sometimes
offend
hard
them.
to tell, man. Like Ghost Who Dark versus Back, I don't think any would have maybe known that it was going to be 3-0.
No, I couldn't predict that as well. Uh, I have more faith in Bakuryu, to be honest. But again, there are too many factors, not just the MMR, the ladder.
Right.
Ladder not always indicates how good is a player. Madinho, it's a great player. He's really very well ranked, and he failed to qualify for Russian Cyber Games, which was a really big upset in my opinion. I consider him to be one of the best foreign Terrans as well. I think as
I've
most
heard
people
players
say.
tell me, this isn't a good day or something for me. So that seems to be a variable as well. There's just some days where people feel like they're off, they're not bringing their A game.
Yeah, and then there are people that you don't have not all your days are the same. Maybe you get nervous, maybe you don't perform. Maybe the other player has a certain style that really gives you a bad day. Uh, there are too many factors that combine have a different outcome. So I don't know. I think all players prove to be very good and the best that nowadays are playing, and you should all enjoy it. That's the philosophy, and you should learn about when they lose. You should learn when they lose, when they win. I don't know. It's more about learning and
Right,
sharing
right.
experience.
I mean, they need a good caster like yourself. If they have someone
Really,
like me, they're not gonna get
No,
much out of
I'm
that.
learning. I'm
really.
le- I'm learning as well. So I'm for me, it's very interesting to have these players facing each other, and because you don't see these games every day, not much replays are available, and not all.
That's what somebody was
You
telling me. Shout out to Irish.
Yeah, so I don't know. You should enjoy these games. You should. We only have uh, BSL, and it's a different environment. I don't know. Having
Hopefully,
this
you'll
on.
play in one, man. We invite all kinds of players to participate. S rank, A rank, B rank. We could feature some C rank, B rank players too. I mean, not too many, but once in a while, just to get everybody involved, right? Because there are a lot of those B rank, C rank players who
Yeah, of
would
course.
like to participate. So
Of course, if some big players want to play, they just have to get in touch. We have a Discord server, so whenever if you want to hop in and feel the experience of playing in this event, don't be shy. Just get in contact with us,
yeah,
and we
everybody
facilitate.
chatting, man.
Yeah. So this is an
Fun chat.
opportunity. This is an opportunity for everyone to learn and to, if they want, to be able to participate in different ways. You can
Yeah, I think
play.
Jerry also wanted me to let you sort of like talk about your stream and other I don't even know what the term is, media handles and stuff. So always feel free to do that
Uh,
as you wish.
well, I'm a mediocre player. I stream every day. I think on Twitch and Facebook. So if you want to follow me, follow if you are interested in playing Terran. I play. Uh, I make a daily stream on Twitch and on Facebook. My user is follow Pato, so you are all welcome to
Pato
hop
means
in.
duck for all you who don't know what that means. And
Yeah,
that DT has 12 kills now,
yeah.
13 kills. It
So
just killed every single drone in Zerg's main base.
yeah, so I think this game is pretty much over. That DT took it home with him. The
That's
maybe
bad,
there's a
right? There's no way of coming back from that. That DT has 14 kills now.
oh, there's no detection, there's no overlord, and there's no overlord on the on. Oh, there's an overlord in the expansion. The only bad thing is that Protoss only have one gate and no other way of stopping this army. But Zerg user have 7 drones, so he's losing his spawning pool, sadly. So Madinho is building cannons, which is and storm, and don't have any zealots. Okay, this is interesting. Another fun game. So the zealot in Zerg's will die. The Dark Templar, sorry. So let's see. Well, we can say that Madinho had GrimeBoss by in the corner, but I think now it's the other way around since Casper will be able to rebuild his thrones efficiently, and Madinho has no answers, no units for a Zerg army,
Did he
so
make
he
too many
won't.
DTs?
I think so. I think the worst mistake was not handling his overlord outside his base.
Ooh, he didn't move any of his Hydras.
No, but again, he has no units to back him up, and he lost all his Corsairs. So he has no way of killing his overlord. His overlord is costing Madinho the game, which is sad. He has no speed yet, and this share of Madinho is on GrimeBoss base. But again, GrimeBoss has 4 hatcheries, which allows him to rebuild all his drones really fast. And the only bad thing is that he doesn't have a spawning pool, which he haven't revealed yet, and he doesn't have a lair, which be extremely late because he just realized he don't have a spawning pool,
Right.
and he just build one now. So this is an awkward moment because I don't know. Technically, Casper should win this game because he has 2 expansions. He has better economy. He replenished all his bases with drones. He has
Right.
29 drones now, and Madinho isn't in a position of expanding real soon.
He did make
Also,
some
plus,
more rounds, yeah. So he's got 32, and now he's gonna pump out units to try to.
yeah, but
And
it's really late. He won't be able to do any damage with that. Um, Casper is supply blocked, which is very bad. He's building his lair just now, which is really bad as well. But maybe he can put some pressure. The bad thing is, as he don't have lair, he won't be able to have any overlords near Madinho's base, so he won't be able to handle any DTs. Madinho doesn't have any more DTs in his base, so I'm wondering if he is going to be able to stop this. The Zealots have +1 attack, which is very, very good. And that DT denied the possibility for the Zerg to expand at 6 o'clock.
nice Zealot
So,
micro. I was gonna say that maybe he wasted that one storm, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's got 2 more Templars in the back.
well, he
His DT
needs
prevented an expansion at 6 o'clock too, I think.
to make time for the cannons. He needs cannons as soon as possible, and now he needs to build more gates, gun range, and build to be able to handle lurkers. Also, I don't know, his Corsair is, I don't know if they're alive. He should scan for. Oh, he's doing a high Templar drop or a DD drop. He had a shuttle moving out. Okay.
So it's an empty shuttle, so it's kind of weird, right?
No, I think he's moving. He's using that shadow to move the DT that is on 6 o'clock to harass the main, I believe.
I was gonna ask why not just take a Templar, but that's probably risky, right? He needs them to defend.
Yeah, he needs all the Templars that he can to hold any Zerg aggression. I think he believes that GrimeBoss has a lot more that he actually does. So so
Um,
now we'll see. His scouting with his Zerg. It's very important to scout that is part of the game because he has to confirm if Zerg is doing like full Hydra lurker build or he's going to switch to Muta. This
Shuttle actually is gonna make it to the main. You know what? Casper had two Hydras that were parked exactly where the shuttle passed by, but he moved them. So
yeah, and the particular thing is when a Dark Templar hit, the
wow,
AI of Zerg doesn't tell you the units are under attack
look at
because
that.
they kill them with one hit. So after
Right.
the second hit, uh, the, the, the the alarm is triggered and the AI say your base is under attack.
Mm,
But if he doesn't hit the same thing twice, he can kill all his drone uh, before he can notice it.
don't
Well, he
think he's
did.
gonna get the Spire. That would be interesting. He moved his
He
Templar,
did.
and that
He did.
actually allowed him to take it out. Wow.
So he was going to take two mutas. So that was
That
really
little
really
move was
really.
just so smart. Moving
Yeah,
to
that was
the 6 o'clock of
really
the Spire to take it out before it died.
it was really unfortunate for Casper. And this is a map where it's not so recommended to do muralists since
Is that
your
right?
second expansion don't have gas. So you don't have much gas to spare, to be honest. So now
Zealots
he
are actually doing a lot of damage there at 6 o'clock.
well, they are +1, so they really hit hard.
But
I
nope, he's
think,
gonna save his expansion.
yeah, he had very few units there. He
He's in a
needed
good
a
place,
lot
like you're
more.
saying, right? I mean, he's got three expansions, two
Well,
protoss.
he need lots of more gates. He has only five. Uh, that's really that's really not a
Would you
lot.
say
He
Zerg is
wants,
still in the lead?
yeah, yeah. For me, yes. Protoss is in the position to defend because he has cannons and have a lot of high Templars. But the point is, if he don't make extra gateways, he won't be able to push out. So, for example, he won't be able to defend that second expansion he threw. And good Zergs only tend to move his Hydras and to dodge them.
Right,
So he has to be very careful. If you notice, he have only 5 units. That he has his High Templars are only 3 goons. No, 4 goons are 2 zealots. That's very few. That's a very small army. So,
Zerg is
um,
continuing to expand.
well, you should have at least 7 gates with one, or 6 or 7 gates with one expansion. And when you build your second expansion, you should be at 9, 10 gates, I believe,
I think what
to
I
have
liked
a.
about Madinho is, and whenever I look at his buildings, he's always producing something out of it. So sometimes you could have a lot of gateways and not be producing out of all of them.
Yeah.
You got to be building enough pylons or whatever, and he really makes use of the few gateways he does have. Macros well.
But the bad thing about this game right now is his lack of production in gateways.
Right,
It's giving the Zerg a lot of air to expand and to macro.
right,
And when
right.
you leave a good player a lot of space, and they
You
will
just take over the
outplay
whole
you.
map. Right.
Yeah, they will take the whole map. They will out macro you, and you will be dead. So um, this is good versus standard players, but when you are facing an A or an S rank player, you have to be more. You have to be more aggressive, more
Still
careful
don't
with
see
it.
the gateway, so I'm not sure what his plan is to
Yeah, he's been a
with
second
the
forge with it.
experience.
He built a second forge, which is really really good because those upgrades are very very important versus an Hydra link composition. You have to hit the upgrades the fastest you can, but still, he needs more gateways.
He's got plus
Five,
2 on his attack. Upgrade.
five gateways is unacceptable in this stage of the game.
Right.
He he won't be able to handle, even though he can make a very good micro and through all the correct storms. Sir can replenish all his army very fast. So
I'd be interested to know what his rationale is because he's a smart player and he's probably thought about that. But in his calculation,
it's a different thing to comment watching a replay like I'm doing and to play the actual game, right? So yeah,
right,
playing
but I
300.
figure like he could make more gateways, but he's making some other calculation. Like he just added one, right? And he does have minerals to put down like a few more, but that's a good
He's
question.
throwing more expansion, but again,
Yeah, that seems to be the strategy. Maybe he feels confident that mid to long game he could keep up with GrimeBoss in terms of like upgrades, macro, micro. Nice storms.
yeah, it could be. But you need, for example, reverse. You need something else.
Oh, nice storms
Not
there.
well. That was a really really good trade by Protoss. He traded a lot of units.
Still a lot of units though from Zuri, right?
Zerg has a lot of hatcheries, very good saturation on his bases. He needs to start using his bottom left expansion. Maybe that expansion will be denied by these 5 zealots. But Proteus is playing a very defensive mode. It's really hard to fight a Zerg in the late game. Very experienced Zerg use the filers really good, and they start swarming and sending links with Adrenal to each
Are
base.
Ultras a good unit choice? Long game?
Uh, Good players tend to not like committing a lot to ultras because they say that's not good and you can throw the game by building ultras. So it's
Zerglings,
it,
they're so cheap and they're so effective when they have upgrades and adrenaline.
oh yeah, good
That's
players. You have to build rivers because at this stage of the game, good serve players will do like multiple attacks with links with adrenals and upgrades,
right.
and they would start smashing everything. And
I know
since
you might hold them off 1, 2 attacks,
yeah,
but they just come nonstop, right?
yeah,
We're kind of seeing that right now from GrimeBoss with some hyper.
yeah, Swarm denies all the cannons that you can make. So Ancilot just melt down versus Serling in this
Is this
stage
a
of
smart move by GrimeBoss continually attacking units instead of like taking the map more? Because Madinho is defending, right? And he's got cannons and enough units to hold off the attacks.
well, yeah, I think he should make like he throwing just units without thinking. I think he should be, for example, dropping his main or trying
Adding
to do more
drops.
attacks, expanding, for example, in the bottom left
Would
to
lurkers
secure.
be something good to transition into? He's got a lot of gas.
I think Lurker will be good in a defensive mode
He's got a
just
lot of
to
zealots.
he should he needs more expansions this Zerg if he's going to face up the Protoss. The Protoss has to build a robotics facility in the 12 o'clock expansion just to pump rivers there and to hold it more efficiently. And
Mm.
GrimeBoss needs to take more expansions because if not, he will be out macro by Madinho. Madinho is going to throw a Salad plus High Templar drop on the shuttle. He loaded it, and maybe they're fighting for the expansions. Now it's all about unit compositions and Zerg uses his units. Now, what Madinho needs is, of course, rivers to defend. He started building robotics on 12 o'clock, so that's pretty smart of him. And now GrimeBoss needs to be smarter and start using defilers to attack. He cannot, yeah, he cannot send units randomly because he won't win that way. He has to defend his base.
Protoss is upgrading shields. You think that's worth it?
Yeah, because when they throw plague, your shields remain up.
Is it versus Terran that it's not so much worth it to get shields?
Yeah, for EMP.
Because they do so.
But to be honest, the EMP ratio is really small, so it's not like it was before. You can hit 3 EMPs and affect two
Right.
groups of units. Now it's really hard to hit an accurate EMP. So Madinho is defending properly. Maybe Casper needs to defend with the skin of his teeth, the expo on the bottom left, because that way he will secure 2 extra expansions, and he will be able to have an economy to take Madinho out.
It's gonna have to back off there.
That's a perfect battle for Casper there, for GrimeBoss. He did exactly what he needed to do. So
How do you feel about the
Protoss,
gateways of Madinho?
yeah, now he's starting to show his lack of gateways in his mineral count.
Is that enough though? He's only got 8, I think.
He needs more. He needs more. His Kairos is very good. He's throwing a shuttle drop on the bottom left. Took all the drones there. And he tried to drop 2 zealots, but he saw the sunken, so he came back. So at the same time, Casper did attack. I don't know why he refuses to use the filer. I think the filer is the the best unit
He's
in the
kept the
game.
same unit choice for the whole game so far. 25 minutes. Zerglings
You don't need to change that much. You can do lurkers, but I think it's more efficient in the defensive way, and not so many.
took out Zerg. Protoss' second expansion. The Hydras have, and the Zerglings, 3 armor.
So Madinho is going to drop a river at the Casper main. Oh no, he threw it before. He keep on harassing, and now this is an interesting position because Madinho's natural expansion is almost mined out, and Casper has a decent number of expansions. Maybe if he can secure one more, he will be okay. And Madinho has lots of minerals due to his lack of gateways. Now he's starting to queue a lot of units in his gates. His upgrades are really good. He has really good tech, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He needs to build an army fast, and he needs to hit Zerg. He cannot allow Casper to keep on expanding. If not, he will not win. That's a guarantee. This so I don't see a defiler mound. I'm looking around.
No.
No, I don't know why. That's a really big mistake in my opinion. You need defilers.
Got a lot of gas.
He has a lot of gas. Maybe he don't know what to do. Maybe if you don't know what to do, just expand. Keep on expanding. Keep on throwing hatcheries. If you want to outmuscle the Protoss, do it by expanding.
Did notice as Zerg's main, he's not mining gas. At his 6 o'clock, I think he's only mining with one drone, and I don't think he's mining gas at his other
Oh,
expansions where he could. So
well, he don't need it now.
maybe he
So,
doesn't need it as much, right?
but now he's giving the Protoss a lot of air to think. He took one expansion. Protoss is trying to harass with that shuttle, but I think they are both now thinking what they should be doing. They don't know what to do.
I mean, when I get
I
this many zealots, I get punished by so many lurkers, right? And it's really hard to break out of a lurker contain with Scourge and
Well,
lurker.
the thing about lurkers in this stage of the game is that reavers outrange them.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you have dragoons, you have reavers, you have high templars.
Ooh,
Those are all units that really uh,
God.
kill lurkers really
He
easily.
doesn't give a fuck.
So,
He's just like, I'm attacking, I'm not microing these hydralists.
oh yeah, he
Keep
can
building,
throw units. Yeah,
keep
if he
sending.
builds enough, if he builds enough hatcheries, he can just keep sending units just to trade and
It's
just to
just
make the Protoss army grow smaller and smaller.
when you can make zealots like this as Protoss, it's such an advantage, right? And I mentioned the lurkers because it's a way to
Yeah, but for example, if now is except of doing instead of doing like two sunkens, if he had like six lurkers now in that base in
right,
a
yeah,
defensive way, he wouldn't be able to attack,
as
right?
defense.
He doesn't have even an observer if you notice that. So I'm not saying to use lurkers to attack, but to defend the expansions and
Would have
see
been
if he,
useful, right?
yeah, if he has six lurkers there, which isn't that great of an investment, uh, he wouldn't kill nothing. So I don't know. You don't need to be that mobile with lurkers. You just leave them there, like if they were siege tanks.
Protoss
And
is mined out at his main and natural. All he has are his two expansions. But he's got a lot of gas and he's got enough minerals here.
yeah,
Just pumping out zealots, man.
Sorry, Casper don't know how to attack Madinho properly. I think he doesn't have the mechanics with Zerg to know how to handle this situation because he has no initiative, and the attacks that he took was when Madinho was going out. So he's really, really, really passive in this stage of the game, where he shouldn't, where he could exploit uh, the Protoss by doing multi attacks with Swarm. He could he could he could do Plague to the units just to weaken the Protoss Madinho's army. But
Right.
but he keeps on sitting on his bases, trying to defend one shuttle
You still think he's
drops.
going to win this game?
Uh,
I mean, look how many expansions he has.
yeah, but he's almost mined out. They have the same amount of workers, and again, uh, these are the things that you can see where a player know how to solve certain situations or not.
Hmm.
Uh, Madinho is not doing well in a macro play, but he knows what to do in this stage of the game.
Where to attack.
So
Right.
yeah, he's harassing and he's not making that much units, but Casper really don't know. He's clueless. I'm watching him and I see like he's clueless of what to do. He doesn't know how to attack or how to punish the Protoss.
Is he going to try to
So
counter here?
yeah, he saw an expansion there and he said, "Well, I'm going to attack." But if he threw like one swarm there, uh, he could kill all these cannons with just 6 Zerlings, for example. But he doesn't. But he doesn't make one defiler. So that these are the things that really makes a difference. So instead of that, he didn't deny this base, the upper right base, and he's losing and yet another expansion.
Even Plague would be so effective.
And the other thing is that he doesn't hit Madinho while he's moving. He let him sit there and and micro his High Templars, throwing perfect storms. You have to attack the Protoss while he's on the middle of the map because
Right. Good
you
point.
can flank him in different ways. If you attack the Protoss army while the army is sitting, you will eat a lot of storms. So he's not being smart at all. If Madinho sent like builds a robo in the upper right, that expo will be untouchable.
What do you think of the spire he's making at his natural?
Uh, Not very efficient. Well, Madinho is. I think he doesn't know what to do with his gas. But again, he don't have the minerals. He could make 24 mutas, but the Zerg is 3 to 3. If he makes 24 mutas, I think he has archons, right? He can. The mutas will be 0/0 upgrades and they will die. I don't know. Uh, it's more again. It's more efficient to just make a drop. Why don't drop? Why don't make a swarm? Why don't scout the Protoss when he's moving out and hit and flank him? So the storms will be much harder to hit, or the rivers will be more difficult to handle.
And
I
this
don't
is
know.
costing him the game slowly. Madino's expanded. He's come out with his units, taken out one expansion.
Well, again, there is 3, 4, 6 cannons, one swarm there, and 6 Starlings, and it's so and he could one defiler and 12 Starlings if you want to be more safe. Can kill now the expansion of the upper right.
He is
And
upgrading
that's
something out of his hive, which might make you happy. Hasn't done anything with the spire yet.
take notice that 12 o'clock is almost mined out, and almost and the other expansion as well. So if Madinho lost will could loses the upper right expansion, he's dead.
He's got a
So
lot of units here. I guess he made the spire for the Scourge, but
well, he needs he needs lurkers.
I see some lurkers. Yeah,
Lurkers, Hydra lurker.
good storms.
Yeah. But again, lurkers, you cannot move your lurkers and borrow them. You have to, uh, they have to be placed in the defensive mode.
That expansion isn't worth anything either because all the minerals are gone.
Yeah, but he killed 2 hatcheries, so that's a punch in his production.
Good point. Good point. See if we see a drop from Zerg. I'm not sure where he would want to drop.
Now it's all about the upper right because the 12 o'clock it isn't like worth hitting. All the game now revolves in the upper right of the map. That's the only source of income that Protoss have.
Big supply difference, man.
Well, now yes, he wasted a lot and he had no answer. And the only expansions that the GrimeBoss has are on the bottom left. And he has too few drones. If you can count them, I think he has like eight, 10 drones in each mineral line. They are not stacked at all. So he in this stage of the game he don't have much income. And I don't see him. I cannot see him taking another expansion. Now, if Madinho doesn't make a really big mistake, and defends his upper right bases, I think this is Madinho's game. I think GrimeBoss realized that he need lurkers way too late. Now Madinho has the control of the map and he can move his army around freely. He can throw expansions. He just needs to be cautious about drops or about the filer attacks if they were the filer
Sometimes
attacks.
you have like this huge ball of a Protoss army, and it looks like you're ahead in supply, and then suddenly they get withered away by like small groups of Zerg units. So
Yeah,
maybe the
but
tide will change.
yeah, if it was an experimental Zerg, I could hope so. But the game showed me that that GrimeBoss didn't make a lot of good decisions
Yep.
in the unit composition. So
He,
that's why I'm a little bit skeptical about that.
he attacked at a good time just to take out Protoss's
Yeah,
expansion at
that was
one
a very
o'clock.
good. This was a drop finally. I call it. So he's ignoring these cannons and he's going to drop the main. So this will hurt. Okay,
If he has enough
Madinho.
units to take out the
Yeah,
cannons.
yeah, he will lose in the Nexus. The Nexus is dead. And Madinho didn't. Well, Madinho didn't defend the only thing that was keeping him in the game. That was very sloppy. He
Well,
has
Protoss
like,
is going to try to return the favor there, man.
but again now the Zerg is very well defended. He has Reavers and Lurkers and Sunken, so this won't be easy to hit.
Not
If
sure why Medino's not going to help out his only base.
no, if now it's too late.
He's got some units at his natural, but they're just sort of sitting there.
Yeah, maybe he's focusing on microing this correctly.
Ooh,
You need to really concentrate to hit a base
right.
where you find lurkers, sunkens. The Zerg can just make scourges to snipe the observers. Casper didn't do nothing like that, but good Zergs tend to build spores and lurkers and sunken and scourges to snipe the observers, and they are really annoying. You cannot just you cannot enter. So now Madinho is mined out. He
At
threw an
12
expansion.
o'clock, he did have a shuttle and Reaver, which he just loaded up. I feel like
Yeah, but
if he had saved his
he
expansion, he'd be in a different place right now.
he has lots of probes, but now he has zero income.
He's going to try to take 9 o'clock. I guess that's his response.
Yeah, but now Zerg is in a good position. He needs lurkers and he needs to hold this attack. Okay, he lost one river. Oh, that was very sloppy. Yeah,
I'm not sure
but
why he's abandoning 1 o'clock. I mean, he has so many cannons there, right? For defense. It just makes more sense to save that than to expand.
uh, I don't know. Maybe he feels 9 o'clock is closer to his main base, so
Right.
maybe he's able
Must
to
be it.
defend it. Um, but well, GrimeBoss economy is really hurt at the time as well, so it's pretty much even to be honest. And I think even though
Zerglings
Madinho has,
might take out his 9 o'clock.
uh,
That would be really
you see,
interesting.
those are only 6 Sterling. Look how fast they take out that Nexus. And Madinho doesn't have enough minerals to build another Nexus. They need, so that it's annoying. They cannot lose any more minerals. The bad things about rivers is that every shot they consume 15 minerals.
He
And
just needs one mineral to make a nexus, you know?
He needs 400
Oh, I'm
minerals,
sorry.
but
I read 399. Yeah, yeah. He needs
400
seeing numbers
minerals,
here, people. It's
but
such an exciting
that
game that I'm seeing numbers here.
yeah, that river, it's spending 50 minerals every shot he makes. So I think Madinho is in a very difficult position.
It's got enough for a Nexus now. I'm not sure where he's going to try to build it.
Yeah, but they're high units, and Madinho don't have any more units to defend a Nexus. He
Who do you
only,
think is going to win this, man?
I think, Casper only one. He's mining right now, and Madinho isn't. He needs to pull back his units, and he needs to secure an expo. I think Casper
Yeah.
is going to try to go to the with the final attack. He has a lot of energy on those High Templars.
He stayed there for a little too long. I'm not sure what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, Madinho made a huge mistake by not defending his upper right expansion, and now he paid the consequences. He has no more minerals while GrimeBoss still have the bottom left expansion.
Look at that.
So
He saved his lurker and 2 Hydras and just dropped them off.
yeah,
Uh,
so he's denying any kind of income to Madinho, and now he has to decide what to do. The interesting choice is he decided to expand, which is fine. At the same time, he needs to try to deny all the mineral gathering from those probes. But I think now Madinho is in the phase where he uh, isn't accepting that the game is over. I think he pretty much threw the game. I don't think he made a bad decision. Again, it was a really interesting game to watch. Now, Casper really wants to finish this and will try to attack those Archons, but there are too many, really. Two Mutas, what the fuck? Two Mutas versus Archons, they will get meltdown. Okay, that was a really terrible attack. It's a really terrible.
so we're back to Casper being a favorite, man. It sort of went back and forth a little bit here, but
Yeah, well, I was expecting Madinho being more aware of the importance of the upper right expansion and being able to throw a couple of rivers there. Uh, and I wasn't seeing like the fighter play or drops from Casper, so uh, I was more confident that after seeing that Madinho will win this, but he was very sloppy, and Casper threw a very tiny drop, if you want to know, because it was a three overlord drop, but that was enough to deny that expansion, and and now Madinho is in a terrible position that he put himself in this position by not defending properly, and now Casper. Uh, Bottom left expansion just popped up. It is pretty good saturated with a lot of drones, and now he could build a big enough army to take care of those Archons. He just needs to out micro the storms. Okay, that was good, but he needs more Hydras. That's a very small army. He needs to focus fire the Archons. Okay. It is a pretty funny game, if you ask me.
I know, right? I think we've all had like a game like this, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
wasn't
a
playing
40,
with these guys, but it just
45-minute game. Oh my god.
and it's their last game too. Well, depending on the outcome.
Yeah, I think I aged 4 years in this rep.
So they've been playing for
Yeah.
almost
This
2 hours so far. Ooh,
yeah.
nice storm. Not sure if it was worth it. I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got so much gas, Zerg, that
But he won't use it, so what's the point? He didn't use gas in on game.
so what's the point?
What's the
Well,
point of
lurkers do
having gas?
cost minerals too, right? 50 minerals.
Yeah, 50 minutes. But if he made like lots of lurkers and hydras, that those archons would be dead. But he sent like five other hydras and one lurker at a time. So
Tassa's expansion is up at 1 o'clock again, man. Probes are going back. His economy's gonna take off a little bit.
is the throw real? Is the throw? Yeah, throw is real.
His archons.
Now he has full hydras. He could take those archons, but surprise, surprise, the archons aren't there, and they are up on the. So what's the pickle about this situation? You don't have a defiler. Aha, and hydras don't work. Even if he gets
Would have been a
swarm.
very effective unit this game.
Yeah, yeah, he has to make lurkers and swarm, I believe, because even if he makes swarm, archons still hit Zerlings under the storm,
My guess
under
would
the
be he's
swarm.
less used to playing Zerg than Terran and maybe even Protoss. Whereas Madinho probably is more used to playing Protoss. I'm not sure about Madinho's Zerg. But we've seen him
I
play
can,
Protoss and Terran so far, right?
yeah, yeah. Somehow, in a
I'm not sure if he should be throwing away
unexpected,
his Hydralisk right now.
no, 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 he lost the game. Oh my
Like, what can
god,
you accomplish here, right?
GrimeBoss lost this game.
Oh no!
GrimeBoss lost this game. Oh my god. I would be very, very sad if I was in. I cannot believe the throw. So literally, he has no minerals. Madinho sent a DT to the bottom right just to harass. And the
Right.
other, he only have 20 drones. Bottom bottom depth is almost mined out. The only drones that he has is on the natural
It
on
seems
the
like
bottom.
Zerg has just been mining forever, man. Like, and the minerals
But
are just running out.
yeah, but he had no ideas of what to do with the money. He had potential, but he didn't have execution. So now he has no clue how to enter the upper right expansion because a 3 overload drop will not do this time. And Madinho is now turtling, rebuilding his unit count, and uh, it's over. It's over. It's nothing that the Zerg can do now. Just accept the idea that he threw away a one game. And props to Madinho for not giving up, giving in.
Medino has had unit variety, man. We've seen Reavers, Templars, Zealots, few Dragoons,
Well,
Archons,
yeah, to be honest,
Corsairs.
Madinho, yeah, Madinho pick picked his units composition way more. He was way more smarter in that department. He had good unit comps. His big mistake was not defending the top right position, but now that he has it, Sir has no chance. Sir needs like 3 expansions to handle Protoss, and he has not. So now he's doing the valiant effort of throwing one more hatchery on 9 o'clock, but it's too little too late. Protoss threw yet another expansion, and we'll be able to max out in 3. Casper just scouted with Scourge the new Protoss expansion, so maybe he's now thinking how he lost this game.
A little bit of debate in the Twitch chat. Some people obviously agree with you. Others, not that they're disagreeing, but they feel like Zerg still has
an opportunity.
Maybe.
No, it's
Shout out to Mick Salads.
No, just the game is over.
Pato's gonna shut him out. Yeah, I mean, Madinho has twice the supply.
Yeah,
GrimeBoss, and he's shown much more potential in this game. So.
No, he has no opportunity. And now it's game over. Grabs all his units and attack 9 o'clock. So we know by fact that Sir doesn't know how to use Swarm, so doesn't know that Swarm exists. So because if you use Swarm, maybe he can threat the Protoss moving. When the Protoss moves out of his base, he can do a counter attack with the Filer and Serling. But if there's no threat on that counter attack, Protoss just can move out and keep the third.
Somebody just stepped away for 15 minutes, came back, looking forward to seeing Defilers. But you know what? Even if he had it, I'm not sure if it would have changed the game around for him much. I feel like there's some engagements he threw away some units, and it would have really helped. And there was a period when Protoss had no Nexus, right? And what he did at that time was really important. I'm not sure if he could have done anything to prevent Protoss from getting his Nexus up.
Again, he didn't do anything. He just expanded. He just expanded and waited, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good because they're playing off race, and I'm sure Zerg is like GrimeBoss's.
Yeah, he has no. I see he has no experience in this stage of the game with Zerg. It's really shown. You can see in the unit's composition. You can see in the attacks. He wasn't smart attacking, so he got punished a lot. Even though, again, Madinho was very sloppy with his macro, and Casper didn't know what. Yeah. But when he killed 9 o'clock,
he's gonna try to come back.
Yeah, Storm, River, Archons.
Oh, he takes that 1 or 2 attempts.
He
Madinho's not paying attention.
He has all the Pokemons in the Protoss tree.
Too overwhelming, man.
Yeah, too much. He has no economy. So.
I mean, that attack there really kind of sealed his fate. If he didn't throw those units away, I'm not going to say he would have won, but
he threw a lot of units. But again, he didn't have a purpose. If he didn't have a plan, he just attacked, and that was the mistake, and that comes with experience. Good Zergs know how to exploit any situation.
You have to as a Zerg player, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
don't have the
you cannot play without a defiler.
to be. I
With
think one
drops,
Korean
with
told me you have to be a brain Zerg.
each race has their own
He's gonna tap
things.
out. This was probably our longest show match ever. Jerry, do you want to take like a 2-day break?
You wanna go to vacation 3 weeks and came back?
Somebody stepped away for 15 minutes and came back.
Yeah,
The game's still on.
yeah. All trust. He could do whatever he want with the gas and lurkers, something, other than Sterling Senators.
Pato,
He
thanks
was
so
really.
much, man, for casting the first 2 show matches, man. If we're keeping you, man, it's been a pleasure as always having somebody who knows what they're talking about. If you still wanted to join us,